I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I don't know. We haven't got any like proper dates stamped at the moment. The energy came from feeling like an underdog, feeling like we wanted to go out there and prove ourselves.
Loz Taylor from While She Sleeps, welcome to the Holy Ground at Wacken 2023. You've played here before, I think. So what does it feel to be back, especially with this year's like circumstances? It's a special one.
Yeah, exactly. No, I said when I was on stage, you know, like Wacken has done so much for metal and rock over the years, from supporting like artists that are just starting out to, you know, huge bands. So yeah, shout out to Wacken. We love it here, and we had a great show today. It was great. Yeah.
The weather this week has been unsettled. It's been raining a lot, but today the sun came out. If you could choose, like, what would you prefer? What weather would you choose for a sleep show?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because of the energy?
Imagine the backdrop.
Okay.
People are watching the stage and it's lightning behind. It's like a natural backdrop to your show. Yeah.
Do you guys also visit festivals in your private time? Like, is that a thing that you like to do?
Yeah, I visit festivals in my spare time. I went to Bloodstock Festival in the UK not long back. It's nice to just go and not be playing a show, you know? Like, you have a certain amount of responsibility at a show, you know, you're thinking about playing live a lot, getting the setup right. So it's very busy, but if I have some time, I like to go to festivals for sure. Also, I put my own festival on as well. It's like a local festival in my hometown, just to make sure that where I live has like bands coming through and reasons to be inspired by other artists and stuff. So I do that a little bit, like local shows, like a little fest and stuff. So yeah, I love it. I love the community that metal, hardcore, punk rock, whatever. I love the community that it brings, and yeah, that's why I do what I do.
Download's also a big one. Like
Download, yeah.
Would you say there's a difference between UK festivals and German or European festivals?
I mean, currently it's the same, because at Download you always get a shit ton of rain and stuff. But usually, you know, if I had some spare time and I was to visit a festival, I'd probably go into Europe, because 9 times out of 10 the weather's a bit better and it just feels a little more organized to a degree, you know. Yeah.
During a sleep show, I mean, I saw you guys earlier, but generally you seem very focused, like dived into your own energetic world. How do you prepare for a sleep show?
I don't know. I think for so many years when we first started out, the energy came from feeling like an underdog, feeling like we wanted to go out there and prove ourselves. And it's always, for myself, and I know the rest of the guys feel the same, it's always been like a bit of a release, a bit of an outlet, you know, like in kind of like a punk rock kind of way. Like, you get up there, you do your thing, you express yourself, you exert a lot of energy, and when you come off stage, you're a bit more chill, you know, like going to a gym or something. So I think that's just how we've used it. We've used the live show in that sense, and we just hope that when people come to see us play, they feel that energy, and it makes them want to get loose and have a good time, and yeah, so that's what we try for. And I don't think it was ever like really thought about. We just kind of started doing it and going hell for leather and just having a good time. So yeah.
When you are on stage, I would say that you don't talk too much. I mean, to the audience. You talk obviously in between songs, but compared to other bands that sometimes do like stand-up comedy almost.
Yeah.
What do you prefer when you go to a show? Do you want to be entertained, or do you want to just listen to the music?
I mean, I think that's all subjective to anyone who's at the show, you know? It's like something that I love, someone else might hate. So it's always a weird one. I like to know, when I'm up there on stage and I'm having a good time, I want the people at the show to know I'm having a good time. You know, I don't want to be too serious all the time, you know. I'm trying to nail my vocals, I'm trying to put on a good performance, but at the end of the day, we're all there to have fun, you know. So if we're feeling it on stage and they're feeling it in the crowd, some bands do go on and they, for me, talk too much, you know. I think a bit of personality peppered in, you know, give the crowd, you know, a bit of who you are, but don't overcook it, you know. So I like a bit of both. I want to see a character up there who's nailing the vocal, but also I want to see him having a good time, you know.
All right. You are currently in the process of writing an album, making an album.
Yeah.
How far are you guys? Like, what's going on?
We're pretty far.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I don't know. We haven't got any like proper dates stamped at the moment. I mean, if we do, I don't know about it. So we might do. But yeah, just know that. I guess anyone who's out there listening or into While She Sleeps at all, just know that there's new stuff coming soon, and it's rocking, mate.
Awesome. Musically, you're a very experimental band, I would say. I mean, within your own genre, but still experimental.
Yeah.
How do you approach songwriting? Like, there's so much to explore.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
There really is. And, you know, we want to appease our older fans that have been there for a long time, whilst also trying to push ourselves into new areas that we haven't, you know, been to before, and trying to keep it interesting for ourselves. We never wanted to be a band to sort of write the same record twice. You know, we want to progress, and we want to use other instruments, and like there's so much out there to, like you say, experiment with and just have a good time. And for us, that's fun. You know, we don't want to be a band to repeat the same record twice and don't really like evolve outside of that box. So for us, it's about being experimental, trying to enjoy ourselves, but also I think that While She Sleeps, with the vocals and the way that Sean plays guitar, like I think it'll always sound like While She Sleeps for those reasons. So I think we can merge the lines a little bit, blur the lines, and have a bit of fun with it, you know. Yeah, and I hope the fans of our band they must get that. Like I hope they do. And yeah, we're not going to write the same record twice, so it's kind of like get used to it being weird every time.
All right. What tip would you get for a band that's coming up, trying to find their own sound?
Yeah, this is the thing for me. So for a lot of years, metalcore was like my favorite genre. And then over the years, there's been so many metalcore bands coming through that for me, I kind of fell out of love with it a little bit. Mm-hmm. I obviously like the old school metalcore from like early 2000s, you know, like that came over from America, like, and I was just like, wow, this is such a cool thing. But obviously over the years, loads and loads of bands are into it. And I think that's why we kind of want to change things a little bit and not just be a metalcore band. So what was your question?
What tip you would...
So be true to yourself. You know, everyone's got inspirations. That's where I was going with that.
Okay.
Everyone's got inspirations, and everyone finds like influence from different things. But the things that make people interested in your band is when you have unique individual sounds for you, like. And that's what I was trying to say about metalcore. Like, there's loads of bands that can just they almost seem to put their band through the metalcore machine, and they get to the other side, and it's very metalcore. That's fine for whoever's into it. But yeah, just be yourself. Just you know, like if you're a singer, don't like learn from other singers. You know, be inspired by other singers, but like craft your own thing. Like have something unique to you, like that you can stand behind and be like, this is me doing that.
Around 2 years ago, I think a little more than 2 years, you started the Sleep Society Patreon campaign.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while now. What's your resume like? How does it feel for you guys?
It's awesome. You know, like like fan clubs and things like that are nothing new. But also as more and more music is getting streamed rather than, you know, like physical and stuff, and yeah, it's just a way for our fan base to be closer to the process. So like there's more insights in there to stuff, and like I'm teaching like a few little like vocal like bits and bobs that I learn. And so I think for anyone that's interested in the behind the scenes, there's tons of stuff in there, like hundreds of videos. But the whole process and the way that our fan base took that on, you know, us explaining the whole situation with like how streaming is kind of killing off a lot of that income for artists, but people still want to be out there supporting. So you've obviously got the normal ones like merch and, you know, vinyl and stuff, but this is just a bit more of a snapshot into like what goes on for us behind everything. And there's tutorials and like just load of shit going off. But it's been awesome to be that close to our fan base, and it's been awesome to see that people are interested in what we're doing, not just the live stuff, like all the studio stuff. And so yeah, it's a hard one, but it came at a really crucial time for our band as well, because it gave us something to focus on during the pandemic. So it all kind of aligned like accidentally on purpose. So it's been great. Yeah, it's been great, and it's still going, and there's still tons going off. So yeah, as we're approaching new music and stuff, that will, really start coming in again.
Do you have any plans on including the community again on the record itself? Because I think you did that choir thing on the last one. Yeah?
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, I think that might already be in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll be doing stuff like that for sure.
Awesome. And lastly, you have a huge set of headline shows coming up in September, also in Germany, Cologne.
Yeah.
It's a huge one for you guys, I think. What can we expect?
Just expect While She Sleeps at 100 miles an hour. Like, if you already know our band, then you probably know what to expect. And as I've said, like, we just want everyone to have a good fucking time, But yeah, it's just going to be like While She Sleeps show on steroids, So yeah, we're absolutely stoked, and the response to the ticket sales and everything has just been mind-blowing for us. And yeah, can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Also, Bury Tomorrow and Polaris are on. Like, how did you pick those bands? Are you friends?
I'm kind of quite friendly with Dawson, the guitarist. We played shows together in really local bands where I'm from, in sort of Sheffield and Doncaster and Barnsley, which are like, yeah. But so yeah, we were doing a bit of running together and stuff, and that's how the guest spot for me came about on their record. And it just feels like a good fit. A lot of people for years now have been asking us to tour with Bury Tomorrow. Like, that's what they want to see. And it just felt like the right time for that to happen. Like, they just released a new record. We're onto new record. We're like writing and recording a new record now. So yeah, it just felt right. And then, yeah, to add Polaris as well. It's a great lineup.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank
Enjoy
you
the
so
rest
much.
of the festival.
Radio Bob, let's get it.
Radio Bob, Deutschlands Rockradio.